Oh, top job there, Anthony, in perfect time as well. First and second in KZ2 get their interviews, and now the IAME Cadets, Cadet IAMEs, whatever you want to call them, they're on track and they're about to go lights out, off and racing for their 15-minute final. 34 karts led by Lewis Werrell and George Edgar into Cafe Corner. For the first time, they all get round cleanly, and it's Werrell from Edgar, Zach Drummond and Henry Domain was on the second row of the grid. They're all down towards Stratford Corner now, but it looks like it's a Fusion Motorsport 1-2, Edgar and Drummond, and we've got three karts going for a brief rotation at Stratford Corner. But up at the front, as they come through the Bruno chicane for the first time, it is Edgar and Drummond. I think Werrell and his Oliver Rowland Motorsport teammate Henry Domain are next in line. Jacob Ashcroft and Aston Sharp were starting on the third row of the grid. Then it was Morgan Moore, Harrison Mackie, Kit Volosky, Riley Cranham, Noah Wolf and Daniel Sofronea. That was your starting lineup, the top 6 rows in the grid. At the end of lap number 1, it's Edgar from Drummond, Werrell, Aston Sharp up into 4th place, and then it's Domain making a name for himself. Boom, boom, here all day, thank you. Harrison Mackie, Riley Cranham, Sofronea, Rodrigo Seabra, the Portuguese man of war, in 9th position, and Freddie Housley rounding out the top 10 for Sam Pollitt Racing. Good stuff there from the number 20 driver. Into the Bruno chicane, you can see the number 17 car, George Edgar. I was busy trying to call him Jorge because his name is spelt it looks like it's spelt Jorge, and I'm trying to make him, big him up, even though, Workington's not necessarily the most cosmopolitan place.
Well, yeah,
might be, but doubt it. And but no, it's it's George, and the Irish are in. Good luck to Tig Buckley, who is starting down at the back of the field, privateer driver from the Emerald Isle in kart number 51, but he made his first British Championship final. There is a look at the whole field streaming around Cafe Corner on this lap number 3. Harrison Mackie sets the fastest lap of the race. Nanny June's probably about 12 siders in, Anthony Jordan. Edgar, Drummond, Werrell, Sharp, Mackie, Cranham, Domain, Sofronea, Seabra at the front of the IAME Cadet Final.
Indeed, and it's going to be a dramatic final, and of course Drummond at the sharp end of it once more. We see the
Honda Cadet champion.
Honda Cadet champion, yes.
He's actually won a final in this class. He won at Kimbolton last year in this class, but only finished 5th in the championship. But he knows how to win a championship without even winning a race. So the consistency part of things, he is going to be, very, very key indeed. And certainly, as one of the most experienced names in the class, he's got good idea. Edgar is from such a good racing background; he knows how to do it. And Lewis Werrell, such a pleasant kid. Now, last year we got that fantastic footage of Macaulay Bishop winning the British Cadet title at Paul Fletcher International, and there's a great shot in the paddock of the other drivers crowding round him to congratulate him. And the one you can hear shouting, congratulations, Macaulay, above all the others, even though I think he was driving for Fusion at the time, he's now moved to Ollie Rowland Motorsport, was Lewis Werrell. Again, supporting a driver who's not a teammate and stuff like that. So again, he's a very popular member of the cadet paddock, very polite kid, but he's now got to get his elbows out because so many times last year, Bishop was the only non-Fusion Oliver Rowland Motorsport driver, or non-Oliver Rowland Motorsport driver in the top 3 or 4. Now Werrell's the only Ollie Rowland Motorsport driver in the top 4, surrounded by Fusion, experienced Fusion pilots, might I add.
Exactly that, and you see it all the time, don't you? Especially in these ones, because there's so many team drivers in the IAME Cadet class, and to see it like this, it's it's all good. Nanny June joins us, says, I don't like cider, it's a G&T. Well, excellent. I do love a G&T myself, so pour me one, Nanny June, and I'll be happy. Not Henry. Henry doesn't need one.
I'm just looking, you're a red-blooded male and you're drinking gin.
Yes.
I'm worried about you.
I like gin. Anyway, IAME Cadets. They're more important right now. 10.5 minutes, 1 lap. Edgar leading the way. not comfortably, because Drummond is right there behind, but they're not battling, of course. Oh, we've had a change there as well. Harrison Mackey's moved up into third place, up 5 positions, so
yeah, and again, Harrison, he's made the transition from Honda to IAME quite well, has the younger of the two Mackey brothers, which is very, very good to see, because of course Drummond as well. What you learn in Honda translates to any type of karting class. But again, Fusion Motorsport spoke to the guys at Fusion last year. They weren't as close to the front as normally they would be, should we say. And they said, no, don't worry, wait for next year. We've got a lot of young drivers in the team this year. They're going to stay with us and they're going to be even better next year. And to be fair, they were absolutely right. Fusion, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. It's Ollie Rowland Motorsport. Of course, last year you had Nathan Ty, you had the two Knight brothers, very experienced drivers. They've all moved on, and now maybe it's Ollie Rowland's chance. Apart from Lewis Werrell, they've got a lot of young, inexperienced drivers now getting their first real competitive action.
5-second
Riley
penalty.
Cranham, he's 13th at the moment. He's going to drop down the order. Morgan Moore, the Irishman, is up into the top 10 for the PMR driver programme. And again, Paul Munn Racing. Kit Bolofsky, one of his drivers in 11th position. They're to 10th and 11th. So I mean, all the big names are there. A trio of Fusion drivers, a trio of ORM drivers, then some more Fusion and ORM drivers, and 2 drivers of Paul Munn Racing rounding up the top 10. Now, so the drivers do know they get the penalty. It's so the number 18 kart there getting warning that he has had a penalty. Cranham, so he knows he's got 5 seconds to make up, and that will make him drive differently. As the top 6 now closing together, 3 by 3, a trio of Fusion karts, a trio of Ollie Rowland Motorsport karts, and then a big gap back to the rest. 8 minutes and 28 seconds. Shall we put the put the beer on ice just yet, or are they going to start going straight for it?
I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer until we see the twanging, the pouncing from the drivers as of yet.
Yes.
Yeah, got to get it out there. But still, 8 minutes to go. I suspect we're probably going to wait until we see the 4 minute board. That's when we're going to see the little bit of scrapping. So we'll see. We'll wait. I suspect another 4 minutes to go, and then we'll start to see some real moves.
Yep. But it is Edgar Drummond Mackey, Werrell Sofronea, William Murtaugh next. Then it is Aston Sharp, Ciabra, Jensen Graham, another Honda convert, Henry Domain in the top 10, Noah Wolf, Morgan Moore, Kit Bolofsky, Kamyab, Ashcroft, Cranham, Housley, Witkowski, Green, Smith, Woodward, Baglin. Noah Baglin up with the 22nd place. Don't forget he had to come through the repechage to get this.
Yeah, so
into these races. So Ben Smith, Ethan Woodward's next. Henry Carter, Sky Parker, Joe Murphy, Zach Green, Cartmail, Phillips, Kanishk Rao, Finley Buck, Lath Khan, Jensen Jones, Cole Glover, and Tig Buckley.
Yep, great running so far. 7 minutes then left on the timer, and it's now a group of 6 karts, all for that lead. There's a slight gap between the 2-3 of them, but it's only slight.
Yes, not
I would
long
say.
Ago.
Or I say it's not even a slight gap there. Nope. There is no gap. It's line astern now. 6 karts for the lead, and we love this in IAME Cadet. We always see it, and it is fantastic racing.
So team racing at its finest. So of course, the idea is that if you sit behind the kart in front of you, the kart in front creates some great airflow. You tuck in, you get pushed along, 8 wheels working in unison, always quicker than 4. But now we've got not 12, we've got 24 wheels, trying to get 24 wheels working together. Let's see about that. No, it's more than that. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 24. I know maths.
You had to second guess you though. Oh no!
Harrison Mackey.
Oh no!
5-second penalty for the number 29. That at the moment will drop him from 3rd back to, well, do you know what? It would only drop him back to 8th place, 8th or 9th place, because these 6 drivers are working so well together.
Yeah, they are. So they're pulling away from the main pack, but it's still, you hate to see it. It's such a shame. I'll be curious to know what that was for. I suspect probably a start line infringement, maybe. But
yeah, possibly either start line infringement or some contact that they've dished the penalty out for. More warning flags than necessary. Who knows? But he's got that penalty, and he's going to see it on the board as they cross the line. The other side of that Wera Tools board is a big screen, so he will be given. So he will be given the knowledge that he has that penalty. He will now have to race accordingly. he'll try and not defend, he'll try and attack and push away from the rest of the field. But these 6 have got a huge lead, Anthony, a huge lead. 3.6 seconds over Will Murtaugh in 7th, Aston Sharp is 8th, then it's Roman Kamyab up into 9th position, Seabra, the Portuguese driver, rounding out the top 10, Wolf, Graham, Moore, Belofsky and Ashcroft, your top 15.
Yep, so it's just great work from these drivers. I mean, it's 3 Fusion versus Oliver Rowland Motorsport. That's what we're seeing here, and it's what we saw a lot last year as well. It's the 2 big name teams that are in this class, and they go nose to tail, hammer and tongs all the way through. But we're nearing my predicted time.
Yes.
I was thinking around 4 to 3 minutes, because there's so many of them and they can see they've got such a large gap. I suspect it's going to be around that time.
Well, yeah, I think into Stratford Corner now, up runway straight. What you're not looking at is the race leader, George Edgar, looking over his shoulder. You know, you're not looking at him over, you know, he's focused on the front. He knows he's got a pack of karts behind him. They're all just ducking down behind the NASA panel, trying to get maximum aerodynamic efficiency over the top of the crash helmet. Under braking for Wilkins, out of Wilkins to complete what would be lap number 13. And there's the first potential move. The Ollie Rowland Motorsport trio to the inside. Oh, smiling over there. Bang on cue, Anthony Jordan.
It was a good prediction, wasn't it? But yeah, there we go. So on that timer, now the scrapping starts. But look at that, those 2 more Fusion Karts just behind as well. Daniel's
Sofronair and Sharp.
Yeah, they're closing in as well. So keep an eye on them. Now we start the scrap. So what is the positions now? Is that Oliver Rowland Motorsport car in 2nd place? Who
yes,
is that?
It certainly is. That would probably be Lewis Werrell in the number 6 kart.
I suspect you're probably right.
I probably am. Thank you very much. On to the hangar straight. Werrell has got a bit of a gap there, so this is not what George Edgar wanted.
No.
He doesn't want to have a one-on-one scrap because, of course, Werrell can drive it. Werrell hasn't got any help from behind. He hasn't got anyone pushing him along. But Werrell can move around offline and attack without the fear of being swamped from drivers chasing him.
Yeah, no, exactly that. He is in a bit of a sticky situation right now, because especially we didn't expect this sort of change. We were maybe expecting an Oliver Rowland move up 1 position and it was due to Fusion Karts or anything like that, but it's a complete reshuffle. No lunges there, a little bit of contact though between 3rd and 4th place. Who would have that been? That would have been Harrison Mackie on Daniel Sofronair, I believe, there. But keeping an eye on that one, Duncan fending off from the 44 of Sofronair. So I think Drummond, has moved up quite a few positions. Yeah, the number 5 kart, you can see the Andrew Cross at the top of his crash helmet there into P4. There we go, up the inside into P3 now for Drummond. Mackie doesn't fight him. Mackie's got that 5-second time penalty coming. Now that puts Mackie down to 4th place of the road. He's 1.1 seconds behind the leader, so that 5-second penalty put him 6.1 seconds down, and that would mean that he is, well, he would be 11th. No, so make that 10th. So, you know, Harrison Mackie's still fighting for a place in the top 10, but obviously not a podium place. No, so you can see the timer there on your screen. Less than 2 minutes to go. The wind picks up here at Shenington, and it's it's more of a headwind down the main straights, isn't it? Yeah, I mean it's only light breeze. I mean this is nothing compared to last weekend. Oh, no.
And there's a bit of conversation going there. The number 43 kart, just having a little discussion to see who goes first. You go first. That is Joseph Murphy, one of the Ultimate R drivers. He gets a warning flag for his troubles. Now Murphy is battling a little bit further back in the pack with the number 72 of Henry Carter and Joe's teammate Sky Parker. And there we are. Good to see the Ultimate R team in the paddock. I said their team boss Ben Hingley celebrating his birthday today. And up at the front. Oh, round the outside. What a move there. Lewis Werrell. Well, George Edgar was defending, and Lewis Werrell went, all right, you defend. I am just going to absolutely go round the outside. Yeah. Great little move there, and you can just see now it's starting to get a bit dangerous for Werrell, because now he's got 3 Fusion Karts behind him. He's not got his trusty teammates behind him. He's got no rear gunner under investigation, Harrison Mackie. Dear me, what's the lad been doing? It's all looked pretty good. He's obviously off screen, or at the start there was some sort of procedural issue that was wrong, and Werrell now 30 seconds to go. This is where we do have to see the drivers are looking over your shoulder, and Wera has already been swamped. He's lost 1 place, he's lost 2 places, 3, make that 4 places in 1 corner for Lewis Werrell, and it is George Edgar up in the front. Harrison Mackie second on the road, and that looks like Daniel Sofronia, the Ollie Roller Motors. He's still got his strawberry racing suit from last year in the number 44 kart, running in 3rd place. Dark blue and green crash helmet in P3, head down, pushing on. Drummond is 4th, and it looks like that was Werrell down in 5th position with Henry Domain in 6th place. Clock strikes 0, last lap board about to come out, Anthony.
Time to ring the dinner bell, methinks, because we're about to be served some racing.
Yes, a treat. Into Cafe Corner we go. It's still George Edgar. Can George take his first British Championship race victory, his first podium? He's going to have his work cut out for him, though. Well, Harrison Mackie is second, but he's not a factor for the race win. Here comes Daniel Sofronia. It's 3 wide. Edgar gets shuffled wide, and Sofronia goes from 3rd to 1st. Mackie is second on the road into the Bruno chicane. It's Edgar in 3rd. Edgar has got to get past Harrison Mackie, and he's on the outside. Mackie to the inside. Sofronia defends. Edgar's going to try the crossover move coming out. He dives to the inside into Wilkins. Oh my word, he's done it. Oh, George Edgar taking a leaf out of the Edgar family dynasty, and he takes the checkered flag. What a beautiful, beautiful move from George Edgar. Harrison Mackie, Sofronia, there's the move. Mackie tried to make the move. Sofronia was pushed a little bit wide, and Edgar swept underneath the pair of them at the last corner. Well, Johnny Edgar, Jason Edgar, Justin Edgar, Jessica Edgar, and now George Edgar have all won in the British Karting Championship. What a result. Harrison Mackie might have won on the road, but he has a penalty. We saw it come up on our screen. At the moment, it's got Harrison Mackie leading the way, but of course, we saw it, a 5-second penalty. Mackie, so who knows? Well, it may not be Edgar who won, but I'm sure that we saw the Harrison Mackie having the penalty. But Mackie first across the line, Edgar is second on your screens, but we saw him go for the lead. Sofronia finishing in 3rd place, and Domain is 4th. Drummond is 5th, Werrell is 6th, Aston Sharp is 7th, William Murtagh comes home in 8th position, 9th for Noah Wolf, Cam Yab is 10th, Morgan Moore in 11th place, Rodrigo Seabra is 12th, Ashcroft 13th, and Freddie Housley is 14th. Rounding at the top 15, Jensen Graham, followed by Kit Bolofsky, then and Anthony Witkowski, Riley Cranham, Ben Smith, Ethan Woodward, Fred Green, Noah Baglin, Joseph Murphy, Jesse Phillips, Henry Carter and Sky Parker. Now, the results you saw flash upon your screens, and Harrison Mackie, the timing and scoring screens have adjusted themselves now, and George Edgar has got the win after 19 pulsating laps in Cadet. We saw that move there, and Anthony Jordan will be chatting to George Edgar very shortly, I believe. What a cadet, an IAME Cadet final. And Anthony Jordan will be speaking to George Cadet, a very excited Fusion Motorsport team, down in the pits very shortly. Take it away, Anthony.
Thank you very much, Henry. Yes, once again, a dramatic end to a final, and it's what we'd expect from now from the Cadets, because it's always a dramatic final from them. With our race winner from your mechanic a moment to go, George. Oh, what a last little move there around the final corner. Well done.
Yeah, I'm really happy to win, and I'd just like to say thanks to Jake, my mechanic.
Yeah, you're quite a bit emotional under there, aren't you? I mean, it's great to win, especially, you know, it's the first round of the championship. A fantastic move on there. It all looked like it was going a bit pear-shaped, though, before the end of that race. You know, at the hairpin, we saw some great moves from Daniel as well. But what a last little lunge there in the final corner. It's all I can really think about, because what a move it was.
Yeah, it was a really good move, and I'm just really happy that I won.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
My mechanic Jake and everyone at Fusion Motorsport.
Excellent stuff. Well done. First race winner of the year. Well done.
Thanks.
Excellent. There's a chat with your first place man. Let's have a quick chat with our second place man, Daniel Sofronair. Daniel, we'll have a quick chat. Obviously, you've not upgraded your race suit yet. You're still in the wrong race suit. But yeah, what a move that was, though, down at the hairpin. Of course, you were 3 wide on the exit, and it looked also hopeful. But what a race still.
Yeah, I just tried to play it smart, and I managed to just keep it wide and get the cut back, and I got the move done. And yeah, shame we couldn't get first, but I'm happy with third.
Yeah, it's a great result on that one. But, it's thinking about it all the way through the race, it looked like a long race to think about. Lots going on. At the start of it, we had 3 Fusion karts at the front with 3 Oliver Roller Motorsport karts behind as well. Then it all started to switch up with around 4 minutes to go. Lots to think about for someone who's at such a young age.
Yeah, I was like thinking in my head, 3 and I was like, how am I going to get past? And it turned out it worked, not for the win, but third place, which is all right. But yeah, decent points, and hopefully we'll come out stronger next time.
Very decent points, and I'm sure we definitely will come out stronger next time. But yeah, an excellent result. Well done on third place.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff there. Well, yes, great to talk to our IAME Cadet drivers. But of course, up next, it's time for those Junior X30s.
First up is Cadet IAME. We've got trophies for the top 3, the top rookie and the top privateer, as well as the race-winning mechanic. So without further ado, let's introduce our podium sitters. Finishing as the top privateer in the class, finishing 19th overall, rookie driver Fred Green. Cap on, IAME cap on. So Fred, in his first time out in the British Championship, not only is a rookie, but he's also a privateer driver, finishing a very creditable 19th overall. Now we move on to the top 3. Finishing in 3rd place and taking home the top rookie prize in his debut in the British Championship, Oliver Roller Motorsports, Henry Domain. So 2 trophies for Henry, 2 caps, only 1 head to fit them on. Fantastic. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the top 2. And finishing in 2nd place, I see that he's actually got the correct race suit on as well for his new team, Oliver Roller Motorsport. It's Daniel Sofronair. But your winner, a maiden win in the British Kart Championship, the latest in a long line of family members to climb on top of this celebrated podium. Along with the race-winning mechanic, Jake Walker, please welcome the opening winner of the Cadet IAME 2021 British Kart Championship. It's George Edgar. Jake, you're over there. So Jake also getting a winner's medal for the thing. George, the latest in a long line. In fact, we saw George have an interview earlier on, but we'll ask George just quickly. George, first of all, you had a fantastic interview with Anthony Jordan afterwards. You can see how emotional you were. Off the top of your head, how many members of your family have now, uncles and or have you and cousins have won at this level?
Not many people, like about 5.
Only about 5 members of your family have won in this championship. The Edgar name is synonymous with success. You must be so happy that you finally got it done.
Yeah, I'm really happy to win.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your IAME Cadet podium from the opening round of the 2021 British Kart Championship.